Grandma comes to visit me sometimes.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most emotional moments in scary movies. Spoilers ahead.
She'll let you take her home. It's an appetite.
Number 10, Frank's death, 28 days later.
Hannah, I love you very much.
An aggression-based epidemic is the catalyst for tragedy in 28 Days Later. The zombie-inspired apocalypse film sees its protagonist Jim awake from a coma only to find that his family has chosen death over the threat of an infection they saw as inevitable. Shortly afterwards, he meets Frank, a single father who attempts to help him, and another survivor named Selena.
I'm Frank anyway, Jim.
Selena,
good to meet you.
Unfortunately, a drop of infected blood falls into Frank's eye, and he is killed as a preventative measure.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine, sweetheart. Sorry I lost my temper.
Soldiers offer the remaining group safety, but are soon revealed to have ulterior motives. In an attempt to save Frank's daughter Hannah from further trauma, Selena tries to drug her, but the pair, and the viewer's tear ducts, are thankfully saved before anything more can happen. Number 9, Nancy sacrifices herself. The Final Girls.
She got Greta Garbo, stand on her side. She's got Betty Davis eyes.
The Final Girls may look like a light-hearted satire, but its opening scene makes it clear that it can also pack an emotional gut punch. Following a disappointing audition, actress Amanda Cartwright joins her daughter Max in the car as they attempt to lift both their spirits with Kim Kahn's Betty Davis eyes.
Her hair is hollow gold. Her lips are sweet surprise.
Sadly, the joyful moment quickly turns tragic when Amanda is killed in a crash. Years later, Max reluctantly attends a screening of one of her mother's movies and is unexpectedly transported into its world. She befriends her mum's character and tells her about their real-world connection, leading to the fictional Amanda to sacrifice herself for her would-be daughter to the tune of Betty Davis eyes.
Max, I'm not afraid.
It's just as heartbreakingly bittersweet as it sounds.
She got Betty Davis eyes.
Number 8, Tree's last goodbye. Happy death day to you.
You're always going to be my little girl.
Tree used to share her birthday with her mother, but has struggled to celebrate in the years following her death. So when she accidentally lands in an alternate universe where her mum survived, she wants to stay forever.
Hi. Oh, you're really here.
In this world, however, the killer from Happy Death Day has not been caught, and Tree is unable to stop their carnage. Her boyfriend Carter even becomes one of the victims, forcing her to choose between him and her mother. She ultimately decides to go back to her reality, but not before saying goodbye. Julie doesn't realise that her daughter will be leaving forever, but her words are heartbreakingly poignant nonetheless.
The moment I held you, something inside of me changed. Instantly. The best kind of love does that. It changes you. It makes you a better person.
You can't get everything you want, but you'll find what you need. Number 7, Insect Politics. The Fly.
Insects don't have politics.
Audiences in 1986 likely expected The Fly's grotesque body horror, but we're in for a surprise when lead actor, Jeff Goldblum, began this emotional monologue.
Have you ever heard of insect politics? Neither have I.
Confronted by his girlfriend, Ronnie, Seth expresses his desire to be the first insect politician.
No compassion. No compromise. We can't trust the insect. I'd like to become the first insect politician.
It's an imagined position that he believes would set himself apart from the other insects, who he describes as brutal beings without compassion or compromise. It may seem silly without context, but this pivotal dialogue serves as one of the last gasps of humanity left in the character's rapidly changing body.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
By the time Ronnie sees him again, he'll be too far gone to save. Number 6. The ending. Jacob's Ladder. War is already a harrowing topic to put on film. Add some psychological horror into the mix, and you have the equally shocking and emotionally affecting film, Jacob's Ladder.
It's been a long time. Oh, Sam. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Do you want some help? I can call upstairs.
There are clues laid throughout the movie that our protagonist, Jacob, is actually dead or dying, but you don't get confirmation of this fact until the film's last act, when Jacob finds himself back at home. His son Gabe, who died in a car accident years prior, is sitting on the steps, and embraces him before leading them both into a bright white light.
Gabe?
Hi, Dad.
The touching scene is immediately followed by a glimpse at Jacob's grim reality. Laying in a tent surrounded by military doctors, he is declared dead.
He's gone.
Number 5, Seok-woo is bitten. Train to Busan. This Korean horror film takes the threat of zombies to the next level by setting itself in an enclosed space. Seok-woo and his young daughter, Soo-an, are among the passengers on the ill-fated train and fight to survive throughout the film's runtime. Almost 2 hours into the movie, it appears as if they might make it out alive, and then they are approached by a slowly deteriorating Yeon-suk. This businessman desperately pleads for help before attacking the protagonist. Seok-woo manages to fight off his attacker, but he is bitten in the process. And realizes he must leave his daughter with the only other survivor. He reminisces about the day Soo-an was born before letting himself fall off the train. Sacrificing himself for his only child. Number 4, Charlie's death. Hereditary.
I think my throat's getting bigger.
When Peter's younger sister Charlie begins to have an allergic reaction, he does what any good brother would do and rushes her out to his car, speeding down the road towards a hospital.
It's okay, Charlie, we're almost to the hospital, okay?
Unfortunately, she died before they could reach their destination, not because of her allergies, but because Peter swerving to avoid a deer causes a fatal impact. Shaken by the brutality of her death, Peter simply returns home and lies awake until his mother's anguished cries confirm what he already knew to be true.
I just want to die! Oh, God! Oh, God! It hurts too much! I just need...
The screams echoing throughout the Graham household are equally haunting and devastating, perfectly illustrating the enormity of the family's sudden loss. It's a grief that hangs over the rest of the film, colouring every interaction. Number 3, I Have Always Loved You, A Quiet Place. Regardless of whether or not you agree with every decision made by the family at the centre of A Quiet Place, you have to agree that the adults' love for their children is unmatched. This is never more true than in the film's last act, when Lee sees 2 of his kids trapped inside of a truck by a death angel. Knowing that the creatures attack whatever is making the loudest noise, he realizes what he must do. After signing I love you, I have always loved you, he lets out a scream that ensures his own death. But allows his children a chance at safety. We don't see his death on screen, but the pained expression of his daughter Reagan says it all. Number 2, the ending, The Mist. Hindsight is 2020. That's the lesson of this soul-crushing ending to a Stephen King horror. Discovering that his home has been destroyed and his car has run out of gas, David decides with his fellow adult survivors that death would be better than facing the monsters of the mist.
Well, we gave it a good shot. Nobody can say we didn't.
Nope. Nobody can say that.
He takes on the role of killer, shooting his young son and all of the people they met over the course of the movie. He's meant to take his own life next, but as he exits his vehicle, he sees tanks driving out of the mist towards him. Help had been minutes away. The film's final moments are positively gut-wrenching as David falls to his knees and cries out with grief and regret. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, She Saw You Dance, The Sixth Sense.
Grandma says hi.
Even if you haven't seen The Sixth Sense, you probably know the scene in which a young boy named Cole tells Malcolm that he sees dead people.
I see dead people.
One of these dead people is his own grandmother, who he delivers a message for in the film's most touching scene.
She says she's sorry for taking the bumblebee pendant. She just likes it a lot.
From beyond the grave, the older woman recalls an argument she had with her daughter before one of her childhood dance recitals.
She wanted me to tell you.
Oh, please
She wanted
stop.
me to tell you she saw you dance. She said, when you were little, you and her had a fight. Right before your dance recital.
Cole's mother Lynn had always assumed her mum didn't attend, but he reassures her that she saw her dance.
You thought she didn't come to see you dance. She did.
The scene was so moving that it earned actress Toni Collette an Oscar nomination. Bruce Willis also gives it his all as Malcolm, who realises the truth about his own death at the film's end. Do you like it when horror movies tug at your heartstrings, or do you prefer to just be scared? Sound off in the comments. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.